Hey, everybody, and welcome to a very heartwarming edition of Waze Community's Office Hours. I am your host, Brett. I'm so happy to be here today. We've got a really amazing show. We're going to jump right in. I don't even have any announcements for you this time. So today we're going to be talking about Waze for Good. What is Waze for Good? Well, I'm very happy to bring on Donna and our old friend Chen to tell us all about it. So ladies, take it away.
Hi, everyone. I'm very excited to be here. Welcome to the Waze Office Hours. I'm going to speak about the Waze for Good program, but before that, we'll do a quick introduction. So I think I met most of you before, but for those of you who don't know me, my name is Chen. I used to be part of the communities team and organize all of the community meetups. Right now, I work as an administrative business partner closely with Guy. So it's really nice to see everyone. And Dana?
Thank you. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Dana, and I'm a team manager here at Waze. I manage specifically the teams for EMEA and APAC and the localization. So it's great to be here, and I think we can kick this off.
Yep. Okay, so our agenda for today, we will introduce the Waze for Good program, explain a little bit what it is and some of the initiatives that we kicked off until 2022. Then we have the community from Portugal who will present their amazing portal. And lastly, we will open it up for questions. So what is the Waze for Good mission? The Waze for Good mission is to empower our team and communities to give back by leveraging the Waze product to make a real difference both on and off the roads. Waze, in order to do this mission, we needed to put together a cross-functional steering committee, which was formed back in 2020 when this program first started. And the purpose of the committee was to make sure that we have a diverse set of thoughts and opinions in order to help move the program forward. As a committee, we work together to collect ideas from both the company as well as the community, which is why you're here today. And we continuously work to pursue these ideas. It was amazing to see the different ideas that came up from the company and the community. And since we started this program, we were really looking forward to share more information on the initiatives with you. So this is our committee. It was formed in 2020 and we did a refresh in 2022. The four of us stepped up to lead this Waze for Good committee. So we have myself, we have Dana, the communities team manager. We have Ingrid Alves, who's the community manager in Mexico. And we have Uri Agassi, who's the engineering manager. So this is the Waze for Good timeline. As I said, it started in 2020 and was selected the committee was selected to lead this initiative. And throughout 2021 and 2022, we started to launch the different initiatives, which we will elaborate further in the next couple of slides. You'll get to see all the ideas and initiatives that were launched, and we had some pretty incredible things. And one of our biggest objectives for 2023 as part of this new committee that was formed in 2022 is to get you, the community, more involved with the program, hear from you about what you think is important and any hyperlocal initiatives that we can run in your countries as part of the Waze for Good program. So now I will successfully, I will forward this to Dana, who will speak about the successfully launched initiatives.
Thank you, Khani. All right, so I want to take you through some of the initiatives that we were able to launch over the past 3 years, and then we'll go into some of the perhaps less successful ones as well. So we'll cover everything. All right, so the very first Waze for Good campaign was actually the SMB Map Raid that took place during the early days of COVID-19. I'm sure many of you remember it because a lot of you actually took part in it. And so, small businesses had to significantly adapt their operations to try to stay afloat during the pandemic. They ended up changing their opening hours. They created websites. They added curbside pickup and delivery. Some of them completely shut down, and so it was a big issue at the time. And the goal of this initiative was really to help these small businesses easily update the information on the Waze map and make sure that it remains as accurate as possible, especially during changing times like COVID-19. And so they initially heavily relied on you guys, the Waze community, from all over the world. And you helped ensure that the flow of information finds its way into the Waze map. And in terms of the results, the initiative actually resulted in over 430 businesses from 25 different countries that submitted their requests. And these changes were made eventually by 57 dedicated editors from all across the globe. So thank you very, very much for everything that you've done. This was our very first initiative. The second Ways for Good initiative was actually launched at the end of 2020, and it was also our biggest. That way? Okay.
There we go.
All right, so the second one was also our biggest one, and it was also at the end of 2020, and it focused on a food banks partnership between Waze and the Global Food Banking Network. And this network, it actually supports food banks in 44 countries around the world, and they serve 17 million people worldwide. And so the goal in this specific campaign was to empower our users to help their communities by driving donations of essential items into food banks globally. And we did this by putting donation locations of the Global Food Banking Network on the map as map pins, as like ad pins. And of course, this was totally free of charge. Waze sponsored the entire thing. It didn't cost anything to the partner. And this was our way of supporting this initiative. The campaign ended up launching in 7 different countries with 184 locations that were pinned and a lot of press coverage. But I think more interestingly is that this resulted in over 24 million ad pin impressions. That means that 24 million, perhaps not people, but it received 24 million views from quite a lot of users. And it also received over 7,000 navigations to these food banks. So that actually means people drove to these food banks most likely to drop off these food essentials that people really, really needed. So we want to show you a quick video of what this was all about. So. Brett's going to help us present this video now.
Hi, my name is Rebecca from the Global Food Banking Network, or GFN. GFN is so grateful to partner with Waze to draw attention to the critical role food banks play across the world. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, demand for food has increased across our network. From March to October of 2020, food banks in the Global Food Banking Network served 27.6 million people, up from 16.9 million people during all of 2019. This innovative initiative helped Waze users find information to make a real difference in their communities. Thank you so much for your partnership. Hi, my name is Rebecca from...
Okay, so moving on to 2022, it's been a pretty busy year in terms of Ways for Good, and one of the campaigns that we launched was actually all about supporting and partnering with a nonprofit organization called Culture City. And Culture City is a leading nonprofit that focuses on sensory accessibility and acceptance for those with invisible disabilities. What does it mean, invisible disabilities? These are folks who do not necessarily have a disability that you can see. They don't have a wheelchair they go with. Their disability is something that we can't necessarily see. It could be something like post-trauma, autism, dementia, and a lot of other type of disabilities. And our goal in this campaign was really to partner with Culture City in order to increase awareness and support their fundraising efforts during August of 2022. So this was really just right now. And we did this by placing ad pins and takeovers in sensory inclusive venues. That means places that are certified to better support people with sensory disabilities. For example, staff members have been trained by Culture City to be able to support people with these type of disabilities. Or or they have different equipment that could help people with such disabilities. This was specifically launched in Birmingham, Alabama, and this is also where the event took place. So we ran this campaign for 22 days prior to the fundraising event, and results show over 2 million impressions and over 3.4 thousand clicks. So for 22 days, this is pretty impressive, and we saw a lot of awareness to Culture City in the campaign. I want to show you a few images of what this looked like. We had pins on the map, pin clicks. We had like preview pages and inbox messages. So we try to take this to the next level and really raise awareness to the Culture City brand. Another great initiative that took place in June and August of this year was the partnership with Surfrider Foundation. This campaign focused on encouraging millions of Waze users in France to join beach cleaning initiatives during the summer months. And Waze highlighted over 300 protected beach areas across France through branded pins in order to encourage drivers to find and participate in beach cleaning initiatives. So this was the type of project that literally helps make the world a better place, and was also one of the more successful projects, I would say, in terms of results. We saw really awesome results: 28 million impressions and 57,000 adpin clicks. So a lot of people that use their summer vacation to go clean beaches, and that was really amazing. I said earlier that we're also going to talk about some of the perhaps less successful Ways for Good projects. And so it's really important for us to bring this up because it's mostly things that we want to learn from. We want to grow from these less successful initiatives and hopefully do better the next time around. Okay, so I'm going to present you with a couple of projects. One of them is the Mujeres en la Mapa, also known as Women in the Map. And it was an effort on our end that was led by Maya and Nicole from the Communities Group. The idea was to diversify the editors community and really try to bring in more female editors. And so we ended up holding a couple of events, one in Mexico and another one in Brazil, with the help of Kelly and Regina. Thank you, awesome Kelly and Regina, for all your help with this campaign from our local community in Latin America. And, you know, a lot of effort was put into this program, and we didn't end up seeing a lot of interest from local women in Latin America. But the truth is, we would love to diversify the community. And I think we need to learn from you. If you think this is possible, if you think it makes sense, what would be the best way to do something like that? And how can we achieve it? And so it doesn't have to only be women. It can be generally whatever makes map editing more attractive to different audiences around the world. And then the second campaign that we tried to launch was really our most recent campaign. It was something we planned for end of August, late September of this year. And it was the Back to School campaign for Belgium. And this was actually brought up by Bert from the Belgium community back in the EMEA Mega Meetup. He approached me with his idea to encourage drivers to take extra care on the road, and especially during the back to school time, nearby school entrances. And so I immediately loved the idea and thought it was great. And we then connected about how we can get this to launch. And so we were able to secure a budget of $15,000, and we received a huge list of 8,000 locations from the Belgian community, which is also, maybe you can notice that there's a bit of a difference between this campaign, which was really, really big, 8,000 locations, versus some of the other campaigns that had, 300 or 180. So this one was a really big campaign that we had planned, and we had everything ready. But in spite of that, it was a little too tight in terms of timeline. And eventually the Waze ads team was too backed up with too many requests that they were unable to launch this campaign on time. And it's super unfortunate. We invested a lot of time in this, both on the community's end, but also on our end. The ads team was really right there to help us. But I think even though it didn't launch, I can say with certainty that this is a learning opportunity for us. It's something that we want to take on next time around and do it much better, be more prepared for this. And in addition, we saw a lot of communities that reached out to us and said that they might want to do something similar as well. And so if you think this is relevant to your communities, if you think this is something that you might want to launch in your countries, let us know. This is exactly why we are here. We want to hear from you, and these are the kind of things that we want to do. So. Yeah, and so I see Tom saying that the data isn't lost and schools don't move that often. So that is true, and we are definitely planning to run this again in 2023, perhaps at a larger scale. So we want to hear from you. If this is relevant to you, let us know. All right, next up, I want to talk a little bit about the learnings and the next steps. This is we put this into three kind of like buckets. The first one is what Chen said earlier. We want to get the community more involved in Ways for Good ideas. This is why we're here today. We think it's super important to get you guys involved. You are super relevant to everything that we do here. The second is plan ahead. We want to come up with ideas enough time in advance so that whatever happened with Belgium is not going to happen again with some of the other projects that we have planned. So we want to have enough time. So even if you have ideas that are not relevant for 2022 but are relevant for 2023, we want to hear from you. And this also relates to the third bucket, which is prepare for 2023 with plenty of ideas of how we can impact the world and our users. All right, so what do we want from you? I think it's pretty clear at this point, but we know you have a lot of great ideas. This is something that we've always known, and we know you also think Waze can positively impact the world, and this is partly also why you do what you do, why you volunteer with Waze, why you added a map or test it, localize it. And so we want to hear from you and get your thoughts and ideas on how we could do good in the world and how the Waze community can really help with that. And so please scan this QR code and fill out the form to share your ideas with us so that we can plan ahead for 2023. We're also going to share the form itself a little later within the chat. Brett, we can do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So we'll share the form with you. We'd love to hear from you. This is our top priority right now for the Ways for Good to get you guys involved. We're going to have some questions time later, but for now, I just want to say thank you so much for showing up, for being here. And next up, I want to invite the amazing Gonzalo, Antonio, and Jonathan, and they will tell us all about the awesome initiative that they've been running. This initiative literally saves lives. It's been going crazy here in Ways, all the way up to higher management. Everyone's talking about it, so we thought it would make sense for you to also hear about it, the Waze PT portal. So, over to you guys.
Thank you, Dana. And hi, everyone. And thank you, Waze staff, for this opportunity to show the Waze communities something big. My name is Gonçalo. I'm local champ here in Portugal, and I'm here with the heads of the Waze PT portal project.
Hello, I'm Antonio. I'm a country manager and partner coordinator.
Hello, I'm Jonathan. I'm a beta leader in Portuguese community.
So what we are about to see now is a portal built by the Portuguese community and used by the Waze partners to act faster and save lives. Let's see how this idea was born.
I'm a TV reporter. While covering the major traffic events in the traffic control rooms, I realized that Waze provides real-time alerts about accidents several minutes before the official roads management companies know about them. This is how the idea to create a portal with live data was born, the Waze PT portal. By the time we present the first version of the portal to one of our road management companies, this major accident happens on a freeway, and we start getting the alerts from Waze immediately. Everyone in the meeting realized that Waze knew about this accident several minutes before the traffic control operators in the control room. Let's have the first look at the portal, Jonathan.
Welcome to Waze PT portal. It shows all live data from the Waze partners feed, filtered by different types of alerts: accidents, vehicles stopped, object on the road, etc. It shows each type of alert on separate sessions on the screen, the amount of confirmations from users on each alert, and also comments on those alerts. We created filters for each partner to show them on the main screen the data about the roads they manage only. They can also access all the alerts in the country if needed. Let's see how the Waze PT works.
So, Brisa was the first Waze for Cities partner in Portugal, former CCP. This figure shows their traffic control room. Brisa is using the Waze PT portal to get the users alerts on their freeways and get the precise location of accidents immediately. Once they get the alerts, they can get their location with a single click and open them in the Waze Live map. Using their local video cameras on the roads, they can quickly and easily confirm what is happening and send the rescue teams. In this screenshot, we highlighted here a major crash on our main freeway, A1. 2 alerts with 68 and 40 confirmations, meaning thumbs up from Wazers.
Hey, Gonzalo, can I stop you for one moment? Because the community is reporting that they can't see your screen share, but we can. I'm going to remove it and try this again.
Sure.
Let's see. So everybody in the YouTube audience, please let us know if that fixed it, if you're able to see it now. Can you see on the YouTube stream?
No.
Dunny, not coming through. So Gonzalo, do me a favor. Let's
restart sharing.
Exactly. Sorry, everybody. Just hold on one moment for technical difficulties.
Sorry for this. Can you see it now?
I was doing it. So let's see. Can you see that on the YouTube side? Mm-hmm.
I can say now.
All right. They're with us now. Awesome.
Maybe they should go.
All right.
And so Gonzalo, you might want to back up a few slides just so everyone can see what you were talking about before.
Sure.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
So again, sorry for this issue. I was saying that Brisa was the first Waze for Cities partner in Portugal. This figure shows their traffic control room. Brisa is using our Waze PT portal to get the alerts on their freeways and get the precise location of accidents immediately. Once they get the alerts, they can get their location with a single click and open them in Waze Live Map. Using their local video cameras on their roads, they can quickly and easily confirm what is happening and send the rescue teams. In this screenshot, we highlight a major crash on our main freeway, A1. 2 alerts with 68 and 40 confirmations from Wazers. Here's the example highlighted on the previous slide. So a lot of reports there and a lot of users reporting the accident. Now this screen shows a recent accident with a bus on the same freeway. Brisa has a very strong relationship with the Portuguese Waze community and counts on us to apply the road closures on Waze to help them manage the traffic flow, and also count on us to have map alerts to inform the Wazers on the road. We have a private channel with them on Slack, and they provide us real time with important information about the events on the roads. These screenshots show some of the message we exchanged about this accident. So we were permanently in contact with them.
Infraestruturas de Portugal manages most of the roads in Portugal. As mentioned before, each partner has customized screens and menus. This partner not only access to the live data in the Waze PT portal, but also access their live video cameras directly through the portal. We embedded their cameras into the portal to help them quickly to identify the closest ones. So they can also at home in the laptop see what happens in their roads, not being working in the room control. In this screen shows the menus that we designed for fire departments, for city halls, and for the police forces.
GNR, the Portuguese National Guard, one of our most recent partnerships. During the holiday seasons in December 2021, there was a major traffic operation, as every year in the holiday season. GNR this time used the Waze PT portal and their systems to manage all the road issues. This screen shows a live report on TV, broadcasted internationally, from the room they use specifically for the officers working with Waze. You can see back there in the screens the Waze PT portal. So the big thing about the Waze PT portal is that by using it, our partners are saving precious minutes that save lives. On average, they are actually saving 6 to 8 minutes to send rescue. As you know, every minute counts for saving lives, and we are really very proud of that. Congratulations, Antonio and Jonathan, the architects of this idea. And now, let's see a live demo.
So in the first bar, we can see we have the number of accidents we have now in our country live, the stop cars and the obstacles. So we can have a resume with a window with the four information: the accidents, the stop cars, the obstacles, and the other alerts. Or we can see separately windows. For example, for accidents, if I only want to see accidents, stop cars, if I want to see stop cars, but we can see where they are. Can see the location, we have the location, the road, the confirmations, the causation, the hour that happened the accident, and you can see in the information the exact locale on the map.
So as we mentioned, okay, let's see the live map example for now, and I'll get back to the purpose. So here that alert. As we mentioned, we created filters for each partner with different views so that they can see only the roads they manage. Of course, if they want to access the other roads around, they can as well, but the main screen shows their roads only. So we made something for them. We quickly identify to which management company belongs that alert. So in the previous screens, Jonathan, please, we identify for them the concession. So IP, Infraestruturas Portugal, Brisa, and so on. So we immediately identify the alerts by operator. Go ahead, Antonio.
So we can create separate windows, so specific for which partner. For example, Brisa only wants to see what happens in their roads. So, yeah, but we can also give information if they want to see what happens in the country. Probably can have an accident near one road of them, and they can go to the other windows and verify that. So, Infraestruturas de Portugal, it's IP. They ask us to do it the same, different filters to get the information for their accidents. They only will see what happens in the roads. They have to check. So we can create for everyone different windows, different filters, so they don't need to receive information. It's not affect to their roads.
So one thing that is really important about this, maybe you are not aware of this, but most of our, at least in Portugal, Waze for Cities partners, they struggle to work with the data Waze offers. So as soon as they become partners, they get into the Waze partner hub and they don't know what to do. So how to create a data feed, how to analyze it. Maybe they don't have the resources or the knowledge to work that data. Maybe they need a data scientist to create specific filters for them, to collect several alerts about the same event. So this is very important. The WSPT portal is very important for them, as we made this work for them. We can collect all the data and provide them everything done already, so they can start using the Waze data, live data, immediately without struggling. And we use also this WSPT portal to invite new companies to join the partnership, like municipalities, other road management companies. And as soon as they see this, they want immediately to become Waze, partners with Waze.
And also media wants to have access to this. So it's very important to them when they are reporting traffic news, so they can see live where the people report the accident. Let me tell one thing. As I told you, I'm a reporter. I was working in a control room of infrastructures the Portugal, and I observed that at the time they know the accidents, it was 8 minutes late than the Waze. So we discovered nothing is faster than touch the phone when we have to Waze and put the finger, and we say the accident is there. So we receive that information and put in the portal in seconds. So with 10 seconds, you can know where is the accident exactly. And we observed the difference from the partners, and usually it's 8 minutes late. So with the portal, we can win 6, 7, 8 minutes, sometimes more than that.
Also, by the way, we are showing the portal focused on partners, but we also have some embedded tools for the map editors, like managing map comments, road closures, URs. We have a specific session for us, the map editors, to make our lives more simple, handling URs, map problems, and so on. So, and also the toll roads pricing system that we built and we presented back in 2018, I guess. So we have this portal is also a tool for the editors as well.
Let me show one thing very important. Sometimes the people phone to the rooms operators telling where is the accidents, and they can know the road. They say A1. Jonathan, can you go down to the location? So search by road. Can you put there? So if the people say they are in I1, for example, I can put the information there, and they used to say the kilometer, for example, kilometer 100. Can you put there 100? And go to map. You can see where exactly the people are. I can get the coordinators, or can go to the map and observe exactly where the people say they are. Sometimes the people phones to the police or to the fire departments, to SOS, and they say we are A1 to the kilometer 100. So they can observe exactly where they are. Or if they don't know where they are, and they can tell us the coordinators. Jonathan, can go back, please? You can search by coordinator, so you can put the latitude and longitude and see where the people are, because sometimes they can go can watch in the phone the latitude and longitude. They don't know the place where they are, but can give the coordinators, and we just in minutes find where they are.
All right. I guess I've seen some questions here in the chat already. we started building this project. Actually, Antonio and Jonathan started building this project, I guess, back in 2019 and 18. We presented it, the first draft, to the staff, to the Waze staff in Prague's European meetup in 2019. And since there, they have been developing the portal and adding more features and adding more features on partners' requests. So this is also always a work in progress. We are keeping updating and adding new features to the portal on partners.
One more thing. John, can you go to the top, please? In the bar. Can you go to the top? So go to the accidents, please. Accidents, live data, accidents. For example, go to the place where is the first accident in I8. Yes, go there. Okay, for example, we can see, if you zoom out, you can see where is the place. Zoom out, please. I already see where is this place, and I can share that information. For example, if you go and give them the coordinators for a phone, for example, I can copy the link and send it, this message link on the left. Jonathan, please, left side. Yes, I can share the link and put it in WhatsApp or Telegram and send to the teams rescue. This is the place where are the accident. This is very fast. You don't need to write the name of the road or losing time with that if they don't have any name in that road. This is the correct place where the people report the accident. So win-win, more time.
All right, so I guess we can get back to the presentation and other questions. If you have any questions, we'll try to answer more questions you have meanwhile if we have time. But anyway, we can always reach us via email, for example, wazept@gmail.com. Reach us anytime. We can build and filter data to other communities as well, so we can work the data for other countries to work with this. So reach us anytime. We are very glad to help you.
Questions?
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys so much, Antonio, Gonzalo, and Jonathan. That was super fascinating. You can totally see PT means Portugal, Helen. That back. So I just want to say that was super fascinating, and thank you guys so much for showing this to us. It's really always blows my mind what the community is able to create with just the open source data and all the other things that you have access to. Really, this is like super impressive, and I know there's a ton of other communities that want to also implement this for their countries as well. So with that, how about we move on over and start taking a look at our Q&A. So Danit, we don't have any questions that came in Q&A. No one had any questions for us.
There were some questions over chat.
There were. We put those up already. The question on chat was number one, how long this took them to create, which they said since 2019. And the other is why hasn't Waze hired them yet? And how are we going to get budget together, Donna, to bring them on board? So I don't know if you want to commit to that on air on YouTube right now, but I think
not commit, but
right. Okay.
The one to hire is Jonathan.
I'll pretend like you like each other, and I'll be on camera.
Come on, we like each other.
So cool. And we still don't have anything that came in through the Q&A portal. We just have lots and lots of compliments here on our YouTube stream.
Maybe it's a good
Thank you very
opportunity
much.
for us to also say a few words. First of all, +1 to everything that people said here. This is an incredible platform, and the work is amazing. It really made it all the way up to like the highest management. I'm sorry, it's too small to fit in so many people.
It's okay.
And really what we want to say is with Waze for Good, part of what we want to do is sponsor these type of initiatives and really help support these ideas. So if there are other communities out there that want to get something like this implemented, I would recommend first speaking to the community from Portugal, but then also speaking with us from like what we ended up funding in this specific case was just to host it, as far as I know, which is something we're more than happy to do for other communities. So if you have ideas, if you have thoughts, let us know.
And you have one proud community manager.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, if we don't have any questions, then I guess we'll let everyone go a little bit early today. So I just want to thank you all again for joining us, to Gonzalo, Antonio, and Jonathan. You guys are absolutely amazing. This was super impressive. And to all of our audience out there in YouTube land, thank you all again for joining us for another exciting edition of Waze Communities Office Hours. We will be back in November with a new episode for you all. So stay tuned to find out what that's all going to be about. I'm still figuring it out. So as soon as I know, you'll know. And until then, you know where to find us. And we are just so happy that you're all here. If you could all take a moment, please fill out the survey that we are going to be posting in chat momentarily. And we'll also send out to the follow-up email. And if there's anything else, you know where to find us, and we'll see you all in November. Thank you guys for joining us again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.